high.
In terms of Europe this season, how have you done it? So obviously last season you returned after 6 years back to the Champions League, and just within 2 seasons you're now in the semi-finals of this competition. What's been the processes behind the scenes as to getting your team ready to compete in this competition and also perform away from home? Because in the away legs you've put some serious goal tallies against really good opposition. So how have you done that?
Probably the work, the daily work that the players put in, and they believe that we generated the fact that in our league we compete against the best teams in the world every single week. So that's the best preparation for Europe, I think. So sometimes when we think, wow, we go to Europe now, are we able to do it in Europe? And I keep telling them, I said, you've done it 3 days ago against one of the best teams in Europe away. So don't think out of it. They have to be thinking, can they do it against the teams in the Premier League? And playing with that belief that, guys, you are exposed, highly exposed every single week here in this league. So we have the tools, we have the experience and the resources to outplay and outcome any situation. And then, yeah, after you have to do it.
How about with the particular aspect of the away legs in Europe? Because obviously, as we saw in the Bernabeu, the atmosphere there was crazy. How did you navigate that?
I think they've been quite different. Certain games against the Sporting, we started really well. We were very dominant. We were ruthless in the box straight away in all the chances that we had, and that gives you a platform. And in Madrid, it was different. The first 15, 20 minutes were trickier. They generated some momentum. We had a penalty, missed it. But I think emotionally, the team has dealt with very different circumstances very well.
And with Andrea, because of his connections to Atletico, how happy was he to get one over?
Well, especially because when you come to a new club in the middle of the season, everything new, I think he hopes that I hope everything goes well and it stays well, and I'm part of it. He was really happy, obviously. He's a really ambitious, he's a winner, and he was really happy.
Jack, given what you were just saying about the level of talent your players face in the Premier League every week and taking that to Europe, do you find it bizarre or a bit surprising that you're the only Premier League team in the semi-final?
Well, at the end, the margins are so small. Look at Villa. At the end, they could have been through. And any other night, they could have done it. But, yeah, I think the level, when you come to that stage, between teams is not a big difference. But sometimes an individual performance, a detail that dictates the time.
Is there anything you have done this week to click the players back in on it, that focus? Is there anything you need to do, you think, or does it just happen naturally?
Yeah, it's on the page. Now, which is the Premier League. We have 2 very important games ahead of us to continue to give us momentum and put us in the place that we haven't throughout the last 9 months. And we have to be so committed and focused on that now.
And it's been mentioned that the title could be won for Liverpool this weekend, depending on results. It will happen in the next couple of weeks. Given the circumstances you've had all season, injuries, suspensions, do you and your players feel there's anything more you could have done to challenge them?
For sure, there will be things that we could have done. I mean, if not, you would have won every game, regardless of any injuries, any situation, any red cards, any referee's decision. But it's what it is. We will make an analysis what we've done well and not that well at the end of the season. But probably the question would be, if you were asking me in August, all these things are going to happen to your team, where do you see your team finishing? Probably that would be the right answer.
Gary? Can I ask you, Mikel, what do you think you need to do to evolve to become the team that can compete with all the 4 trophies right up until the end? Like last year you had the league until the end, obviously you dropped to win the Champions League. This year you got the Champions League but not the league. What do you think you need to evolve to be that team like City who could do all 4, cope with all 4?
Squad quality and availability. Without those 2, cannot compete in for competition at this level, especially in this country. Impossible.
Is that depth of squad
or both? The quality, the higher the quality, the higher the availability, the more chances, probability you have. After you have to do it, but the probability goes high.
And when you look at the win over Madrid, there'll be players you'll be going for this summer who'll be thinking about Arsenal, and they'll have other offers. Do you think that type of win can tilt the decision of a player in your favour to come to Arsenal as opposed to going to someone else where they're not sure about whether they want to go there?
Maybe there is another factor, but I think we are very lucky because we are a football club that every time I've spoken to players, they want to be part of it. So yeah, that's something that probably can generate more enthusiasm, more belief, and the fact that, okay, I want to be part of these nights now because the club is in a good place, but I think overall we are already so strong that we can attract any player.
Okay, guys. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, sorry.